Pele, can you tell viewers and people that's tuning in or will be tuning in a little bit about yourself?
Oh my God, I have a lot to say about
Let's talk
myself.
about it.
Right, let's talk about it, girl. So, I am named after my loving grandmother. So, Papi Pele, that's who I am named after, my grandmother. But I've always been called Pele for short because people can't pronounce my name. And Pele in Samoan means sweetheart, and it's sweetheart, dear, and that I am.
Yes, you are. So
And
then, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
No. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that I am a mother of 3 beautiful children, amazing children at that. And I have a 22-year-old daughter, Nicole. My son, Dean Jr., is 20. And my baby girl, Victoria, is 16.
Oh, I have kids in the same doorstep ages as yours. So then, are you full-time at home? Are you work? Like, what do you do? Are you an entrepreneur? What do you have going on?
Oh, yes, I have a whole lot going on, girl. Let me tell you. Okay, so I am an Army retiree.
Mm-hmm.
I am a Wounded Warrior alumni.
Wow.
I am the founder of Pele Inspire.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a life coach. And that's what I love to do. I'm a life coach. And I am blessed to say that I am a mentor of the legendary Les Brown.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, I am truly blessed and proud to say that. That's that I am.
You are. So, and tell me about Pele Inspires.
Okay, so Pele Inspire, I came up with the Pele Inspire when on September 1st, 2020 was when I took charge of my life, and I took action on fulfilling my purpose and my passion in life. And my purpose in life is something that I am very passionate about, and that is making a difference in people's lives, to live the life of a warrior from all that I have been through in life, and to live full but to die empty. That's my purpose in life.
Okay, expound on that a little bit. To live full and die empty.
When I say to live full and die empty, meaning my passion and my life is making a difference in people's lives. Because of all that I have been through, I want to share with everyone how I overcame so many adversities in life, and I want to give people hope and people to know that there's so much in life, no matter what we go through in life, and it's how we handle what we've been through. And as for me, I don't know how long we got going, but I have been through a lot of challenges, a lot of trials and tribulations, so much tragedies in life, and yet I am still here. And that's what I want to share. I want to give all that I have within me. That's what I mean living full. And when I die, I want to die empty, meaning I gave it all I have within me to the world.
I love it. It's kind of like Chadwick Boseman, if I'm pronouncing this. I always mispronounce his last name. I don't know why. You know, giving all that he had to his creativity, to his art, and he used it all while he was here. You know, and he died, in my opinion, as a legend. You know, so I do understand what you mean by that. To live full and die empty, that you used every single thing that God gave you.
Yes, I do. And let me tell you, when I say that, I have some people ask me like why I just smile so much. And I'm like, man, it to me it's just that unspeakable joy,
Right.
and it's because I know where I was
Right.
and I know where I am at this moment. And so I always say, when I do look back in my life, I will not look back to dwell on the past, but I will look back to see where I was and where I am.
Right.
Because I tell you what, honey, I do not have a rear view mirror in my life.
Amen. Listen, and I don't want to look at it either. So, what does entrepreneurship mean to you?
Man, entrepreneurship to me is when I really did share this. It means being the amazing. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself.
Okay.
Being entrepreneurship is when I used everything that I've been through to help whoever. I'm talking about being a life coach that I am.
That's right.
I'm using it as to help my clients seeing their vision, to help them achieve their goals and their vision I just want to bring them to where I am today. Right. That's what entrepreneurship, to me is, because I used all the strength, all the motivation, all that dedication that I have within me, to build up my clients. And that's what entrepreneurship. And I always say, and I share that with one of my friends, you have to be that amazing you. You just have to be that bold you. Right. And you just have to be that phenomenal you. But right. Most of all, this is my thing. I always believe that you have to be authentically you, because right. People can wish and people can want to be like you. Thanks. But can nobody be like you? Can nobody do what you do?
That's right. That's right, Chad.
Yes, girl.
Preach it, girl. So, and this is just a unique question regarding Les Brown. How did you get connected with that phenomenal group?
Oh my God. You're about to get me emotional.
Oh, that's what we want, girl.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. I'm just having goosebumps just to share this. I came across the legendary Les Brown on, it's amazing that I really have the exact date and time that Mr. Les Brown was introduced to me. On January 21st at 6:51 in the morning.
That's early.
And let me tell you, the person that introduced Les Brown to me is, girl, why you have to put me in this spot? Did you really have to take me there?
So sorry.
Okay, so I met this young lady. Her name is Yashika Mack. I met her in September of 2019. And we met through just trying to find out to make a shirt. I was planning my birthday party, birthday celebration, should I say, in Vegas. It was a mud run. So I wanted to make shirts for me and my sisters to do the mud run. And I came across Yashika Mack. And from there, we became friends. And before, the amazing thing about this relationship was we were talking over the phone and through text, but we've never met. But then I just felt that I've known this person for so long. And to this day, I thank God for placing her in my life, because if I never met Yashika Mack, Girl, why you had to take me there? So, because of Yashika Mack, I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the journey that I'm enjoying right now, because she introduced Les Brown to me at 6:51 in the morning on January 21st. And I was going through a lot at that time. I was going through a separation. But I can say that God put her in my path for a reason. So then in July, she introduced the power voice to me, and I told her, I said, girl, I said, I got so much going on. I don't think I can afford that right now. So come August, I finalized my divorce, and it was really hard for me because it's not something that I wanted. It's not what I asked for. It's nothing that I ever dreamed of. And then I said, you know what? I think I just need to get out of whatever I'm feeling and get a hold of myself and take charge of my life and just go ahead and fulfill my purpose and my passion in life. So when I became a mentee of the legendary Les Brown on September 1st, 2020, honey, let me tell you, that's what they say, that's all she wrote. It went from, I don't know. And that's why I was like, I never thought that I could say that I'm not over my divorce. I never thought that I could ever say that. But because of Les Brown, the 7-week training that I was in through his course and his just, it's just so amazing, like how the training, the Power Voice family, everybody that's in this group, and then with John Tellerico, with Winnie, the entire Power Voice Summit, I mean the Empower Voice training, family, staff, the whole Les Brown. Yes, so since you asked, that's how I came across Les Brown, was through the one and Yashika Mack. And that's why I always tell her, I will always tell that story. Because of her, I am enjoying this journey. Because of her, I got to meet Les Brown, and because of her, that I'm just so blessed with just so many great people from the Power Voice. It is just my journey. It's amazing. Like I mentioned to you before, it's an unspeakable joy that I feel within because of what God has brought me through. I don't know if you know my story, but I'm waiting for you to ask me. I'm willing to take you there to share the story, because I always challenge people to share. I always believe that we all have a story, and everybody's story is motivational to somebody every day, and everybody's story will always make a difference in somebody's life. And that's like Les Brown say, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But girl, you done took me there. Why you had to? I was not planning on crying today, on crying tonight, and I'm gonna have to get Lisa G on this, because I was not, I was not told about all this. I didn't get this memo. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, so I be tapping this little mic when the kids start walking through the house.
Okay.
So I was saying that you are feeling the way that you feel, blessed and just humbled, because you're full. You're living the purpose that
Yes.
you're speaking about. So, that's the difference between someone who talks about it versus someone who's living it, and you're living exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, and you know what? The amazing thing that you said about humble, that word humble,
Mm-hmm.
if you go to my website and part of and my bio as well, that is my guiding philosophy in life,
Mm-hmm.
is to stay humble,
Mm-hmm.
stay positive, stay strong, and always stay encouraged.
I always stay encouraged. It's something that you do. I'm gonna jump to that right quick. Um, when you're responding to people, and I feel like that is just so beautiful that you do it. You refer to everybody, and I admire that about you. You refer to everybody as your brother or sister. Everyone is equal. And that's how you address people deriving from your circle. There is no competition. You are who you are, where you are. You know that you are powerful, that you hold power within that humility. How long did it take you to develop a namaste
Oh my
mindset?
gosh, how you know all about that? You can't be reading me like this.
It's a good read, I promise you.
Okay, so it all goes back to, you know, how I was raised.
Hmm.
And I I was born in American Samoa, but I was raised in Western Samoa for my first 10 years by my grandparents. And I've always raised to always treat other people, neighbors, it doesn't matter, neighbors, strangers, as sisters and brothers. And that's how, and I've carried all my life. I've always been that. And as a matter of fact, so, you know, back to Yashika Mack, she did say that one day. She said, Pele, you always call everybody sisters and brothers. I said, yeah. I said, I don't know, it's just in me. You know what I mean? It's when I told her it's just how I feel. Is whenever God placed people in my life, and when I feel that vibe, you know, and I'm just thankful. I always receive God's blessings in so many great ways of the people that He placed in my life, and that's how I come about. I just love calling everybody's my aunt, everybody's my mama. Let me tell you, I have so many parents in my life. Look, let me tell you, I have Filipino parents, I have Black parents, I have white parents, there is no discrimination with me. When they are at that age, I love elderly people. I love, you know, because I don't have my parents anymore. And when people are off that age, I just love that. I just love being that daughter to them. And if I come across, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. So my website manager, Junior Miller, he's off in UK, and he had helped me a lot, if you see through my website. And so I asked him, I said, how old are you? He said, ma'am, I am 24 years old. I said, oh my goodness. I said, I'm old enough to be your mama. So that's just me. It's just the person that I am, and I thank God for creating, you know, He ordained me to be who I am. And that's when we go back to being authentically you. And that's just me. You just have to be that authentically and beautifully you.
Right. Well, you see the beauty in people, you know, and not titles. You see people. So that is the one thing that you have. That's a gift. So recently you spoke at the International Chamber of Entrepreneurs. International. That is huge. You are a mentee under the great Les Brown and a certified motivational coach who's speaker at Power Voice Summit on December 12th. You're also a speaker at Celebrating Life, Celebrating You, a female empowerment tour. All things amazing. So,
Yes.
so how does that make you feel to be part of so many different spectrums, touching different people in their lives?
Um, well, I want to start with when I finish the course with Les Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was blessed to be invited to speak at the Main Seed Mastermind Summit,
Mm-hmm.
hosted by my brother. Once again, yes, he is my brother from another mother, the
Yes.
greatest John Ugulu.
Uh,
And I spoke there. That was my first official speaking engagement. I have spoke in various events when I was in the military and whatnot, but when I wasn't certified.
right.
And now I can say I am a certified
Yes, girl.
motivational speaker by the legendary Les Brown, and yes, I am.
Yes.
So from there, and so with John Ugulu's event, it had really opened so many doors to my life, and it has been amazing. So I went from there. I got back on Sunday. The event was Saturday. I got back on Sunday, and then I was invited on Monday
Wow.
to speak to 144 different countries on an international platform.
Amazing.
Amazing. And then right after that, I was invited to podcasting and whatnot. But the biggest thing for me is Saturday, December 12th,
Mm-hmm.
when I will be able to speak to the world for the Power Voice Summit 3.
Right.
And I am just, when I say I am humbled, I'm honored, and I'm truly blessed to be chosen as one of 20 powerful speakers to reach out and make a difference in the world. And I cannot thank God enough. I cannot thank Les Brown, John Tellerico, and the entire team for choosing me
Mm-hmm.
to be one of the 20. And that's a big thing for me. And then to be one of 5 women to be in this tour
Mm-hmm.
for the world is, I'm just like overwhelmed. I'm trying, to soak it all in.
Wrap your
But
head
every
around
day,
it.
I am telling you, yes. That's why I say I cannot explain what God is doing in my life. Like, it is so, I don't know if there's a better word than amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but I can say that I am truly blessed, thankful, and forever grateful for what God is doing in my life.
I love it. So humble. So humble. So here's another question. What does self-care mean to you?
Self-care, oh my gosh, thank you, girl. I love that, because you know what, oh my God, look, I need to find out how you knowing me like this. So that is my last step that I will be sharing on Saturday, and that's just love on you.
Facts.
And I say that because when you've been through so much in life, and then, like I said, my divorce was like a turning point for me to say, hey, you need to find yourself again. You need to, you know what? I'm going to show you a proof. This is a living proof. And I just want you, and I want you, I want the world to know how good God is.
Amen.
God, I should have printed, you know what, as a matter of fact, I'm going to print this picture out, and I'm going to have that as part of my testimony. See, I should have been warned about this, because then I probably would have had the picture ready. Well, I'm going to share the picture after, but I got it right here.
You would not be
So
able to-
self-care, so self-care to me is very important.
Mhm.
So when I was talking about my divorce was my turning point,
Mm.
I'm just like a family woman and everything. So I was so busy loving my ex-husband and loving the kids, and just, you know, I just forgot all about me.
Mm.
But then when Les Brown came into my life, when I became a mentee of Les Brown, let me tell you, when I became that mentee, honey, that's when I said to myself, this is all about me. So that's when I said I started grinding on that new me. I started grinding on my new life because I finally found myself again, and because I finally loved myself all over again, more than I ever had before. And that's why I just wanted to share with people that just, get up and get out from whatever you're going through and just grind on that new life of yours. And I just want I just want you to love on you.
Okay, girl, I love it. So where's this
So
picture
this,
you talking about?
I don't know if you can see this, but
What? That's you?
this was me 2 years ago.
Shut up.
Wait, I can't.
Oh my God.
That was me.
Girl, you look so different.
You know why?
Wow.
Because I am healed, and I
Yeah.
can say that I'm at peace with my life. I have a peace of mind. I have so much peace in my heart. I have so much peace in my life, and that's why I am so thankful for Mr. Les Brown. But I am so thankful for Yashika Mack. Like every day, I'm like, man, sometimes I'd be like, man, what can I do for this woman? Like, if it wasn't for her, and I tell you, sometimes she'd be like, Pele, just be quiet. But man, I'm telling you, to myself, I always ask God to continue to bless Yashika Mack, whatever she touches, whatever she's going through, or whatever she do. Because if it wasn't for her, I would not be in this journey. And I will tell that story all day, every day. And I have a book. I'm writing my book, and I already told Yashika, I said, girl, let me tell you. I said, me and you, we're going to have a whole chapter by ourselves.
What's the book? When is the book due?
You know what? I'm gonna have to challenge myself on that. I've been procrastinating. I have been writing, although I need to set a date
Right.
for my book. So I will say, realistically, by next year, by the end of next year, I will have my book. Let's mark it December 2021. You can mark that, girl. Look, we can have a reunion as this time, and I will have my book in my hand with you, and we can have that story too.
I'm gonna hold you accountable.
Somebody need to.
I know it's hard. It's hard to write a book, and then you're doing so many speaking engagements. But I do believe that you will find that time to sit down and be empowered to write that book.
So initially, the title of my book was Beautifully Broken. And I'm with this publishing company, and I forgot his name. The author had asked me what made me choose that title, and then I said it's because I have been broken in so many aspects of life, but yet I'm still beautiful. I'm beautifully standing. And then I had an interview with my sister in the UK, Lady K. And so my uncle, he's 74. He is a Vietnam veteran. My Uncle Joe, 5'5". And when he heard that, he sat me down that Sunday and he said, I have a title for your book. And I said, what you talking? And then he said, The Spirit of a Warrior. And so instead of going with my initial title of Beautifully Broken, I thought about, because I was and I am and will always be daddy's girl. So because my dad is not here anymore, and he's always been like that father figure for me since my father passed, and I said, I will honor that. So that is, and that will be the title of my first book, will be The Spirit of a Warrior.
I love it.
I need to find out how you know me like this, because this is
Well, here's a good question for you. This is a little different than what we've been talking about. And it's, how do you identify and manage toxic behaviors that get in the way of business?
Oh man, I love that. That is a good question. So here's my take on that. So because I have surrounded, and I've always been a positive person in having a positivity mindset of life, of business, and everything, it means so much. So when you're talking about having toxicity, conversation and all that in a family or whatnot, and I don't tolerate that.
Right.
I really don't. And so I'm just wondering, like, how you know me like this, because no, I say this because that's part of my speech too. On Saturday, it made me wonder, did you hear me speak in Atlanta?
No.
Because that's what I shared, like the positive, I said, the choices we make in life determines our outcome, and our future. And when I talk about that, I don't mean negative outcome. I'm talking about a positive one.
Right.
It's that positive outcome that stems from the positive attitude and thoughts we have within ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that's when I love that quote by John Maxwell, when he said, every choice we make, every choice you make in life, every choice you make, it's all about you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to choose what's right, what's wrong. And that's just in my words of what, he says, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so you just have to choose to be better and not bitter with what life throws at you.
That's right.
And I feel, and that's how I take it, I didn't let anything that life was throwing at me define who I am, because honey, I know who I am.
Facts.
And
like
can't nothing define me.
Just like we know, you're powerful, just beautifully spoken, and very transparent. So that is like one of the, and just like I said, you see people as an equal, not a competition, which you will find with a lot of women. And I just love that you're like, no, hi sister, hi this, hi
yes.
that. That is just so endearing to me.
Yes, and so that's when you're talking about, I was approached on how I mentioned my divorce in my interview. I was questioned on that, and I was like, I didn't say nothing bad about my divorce. The divorce rate is so high, and because I am who I am being true to myself, and that's what's wrong with people these days. Mm-hmm. They try to hide and all that, but I'm telling you, with my journey right now, and transparency is really important,
right,
in our journey in life. And that's why we have to believe that it's a journey and not a destination. Right. Yeah, we will get there, but you just have to know the difference.
Right. This is not
and so yes. And so being transparent with my journey is very important to me. And that's why everything that I am, everything that I share, and it's because of my love for the people. It's because, like I said earlier, I just want to get people to where I am. I just want them to feel that unspeakable joy that I'm feeling within when you're true to yourself, you're true to your journey, and You're just being authentically you. I can't hear you again.
Oh, so that's when you know I've tapped that mic. Somebody
I
must
know,
have
that's
walked
why.
through. Look, because these kids don't have no filter. You are a powerhouse motivational speaker. You shared your story hundreds of times, probably, within this time frame. Tell me something new that no one knows about you, something that inspired you and uplifted you when you needed it the most.
I think everybody know how. I think everybody knows how I am and how I've made it through this far in life. And I don't think, okay, I have one. Early April this year, because nobody really knows but just immediate family. April this year was when it really hit me hard. I nearly lost my son. I have 2 daughters and 1 son. And if I didn't take my son into the hospital fast enough, I don't think he would be here today. And he had a sudden swelling and bleeding of his brain.
Wow.
And with COVID, nobody was able to be, he was literally in the hospital by himself. And he went through a brain surgery, and that devastated me. It went from an hour surgery to me looking at my phone, waiting for a report. And he went from 1 hour to 2 hours to me panicking. But then I had to tell, and see, that's why it go back. Like, I need to know how you asking me all this, because you digging into my speech on Saturday, girl.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So that's when I said to myself, when my son was going through all that, although it was hard for me, but I was thankful enough to be able to be in the hospital with him. They had to move him from the adult side to the children's hospital in order for me to be with him, because I was about to lose it. Me and my children are like, we are inseparable. When their dad passed, it was always been us, and it still is and will always be us.
Right.
And so when he was in the hospital, when I tell you, it's been some sleepless nights. It was really hard for me to go through that. However, it was my unwavering faith in God, because of everything that he has brought me through. And I'd be the first one to tell you that I am not a church goer.
But you are spiritual.
Absolutely. That's what I'm about to tell you. I am a believer, because I believe that church is home. Church starts at home. Church is you. And that's my belief. And so when he was going through all that, I had to tell myself, I said, I'm going to need you to be at my speech, to listen to my speech, because you pretty much just know it all tonight. I had to tell myself that, you know what, Pele, you can do this. You've been through this before. Their dad was in a coma for 6 months. And when my son went through this, I said, God gave you the strength. God gave you the power. You've been through this before. You can do this. And I had to believe that. I had to pray and tell myself, you know what? If you went through it before, you can do it all over again. And the only reason why that I made it through this far in life was because of God's amazing love, mercy, and grace. That's the only reason why. I would never made it this far by myself. And with the help of my family and my crazy brother Willie, my lovely sister in Samoa, Siala. Just, I have such a great family, great supporting system, and I'm just forever thankful. And now my Power Voice family, girl, you ought to. I need you to join us. I need you to be a part of that Power Voice family.
I probably will. Never know.
I'm gonna need you to hop on, girl. It's an amazing ride.
I believe it. I believe it. Everyone that I've spoken with, which is interesting that you said that, you all support each other. You know, and that is all inspiring.
We do, and I love it. I'm telling you, the most amazing thing that Les Brown has ever done, and I say this for me, is that he has brought so many people from all walks of life together. And for instance, when we were in Atlanta, most of us were all Les Brown students. Oh my gosh, it was an amazing event, because when we got together, it was like we knew each other from, we were not like strangers. We were a family, and that's what I love about my journey.
I'm so happy for you. I mean, that was one of the things, that you support each other, that, you know, when you're down, somebody else is always going to come behind you and pick you back up. And I think, you know, with your transformation, your spiritual awakening, and everything that you've gone through leading up to your now, you're right where you're supposed to be. So
yes, honey, I can say amen to that, girl. Hey, and I hope you know you are as of tonight, I hope you know you are my sister from another mister.
That is all right by me. That is okay. So can you tell people about your website, how they can find you and follow you on social media?
Oh, yes. Please look me up on peleinspire.com, Pele Inspire on Instagram, Pele Hunkin on Facebook, and I'm on LinkedIn. I have a YouTube channel. I will be more than glad to help you. I just want you to just experience the life that I'm living right now. And I want everyone to know that it is best for you to live full and die empty.
I love it. Thank you so
Yes, and
much.
I just want you to know, oh my gosh, like before I got so excited before we started, but anything and everything I do, I always give God all the honor, praise, and glory for his blessings, because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be interviewing me today. And I'm just so honored. I'm humbled. And like I said earlier, I'm truly blessed to be connected with you. And I just want to know, maybe I'll find out one day how you got to really know all this about me.
Well,
but this is such an honor. This is such an honor for me. I'm really thankful. And like I said, that is my purpose in life, is reaching out and make a difference in so many lives. Even if I can just make a difference in one person's life, I'll be more than happy to. But to live the life of a warrior, to live full and to die empty, yes, indeed. It's a must.
You're going to do that. No doubt.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to follow you, by the way.
Okay, girl. Follow on. Thank you so much. You have a blessed evening. I pray that God will continue to bless you in anything and everything that you do. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.